Hey guys, what's going on? Flawless Crested Geckos here. Will, Audra,
Hi.
coming to you guys with the video this week.
Yeah.
And it's Thursday, so it's going to be
A diamond
Diamond Series.
series.
So,
So this diamond series is extra special because we get to highlight some of our most amazing friends on the
Yes.
planet. Family status.
absolutely.
Yes. And we're going to show you guys a future breeder here at Flawless that we were able to pick up from none other than Jordan and Gabby at Ruby Reptiles.
Yes, they've been at it for a while. Working with very high-end projects, high-end geckos, and still continue to do it, pushing the envelope, moving forward on their projects, regardless of the rhetoric of pricing, projects being too expensive. Ruby Reptiles is very, very known for dabbling in extremely high-end projects across the board, across different species.
They really value the genetics of
Right.
our community. They value, the very best of the best. And they do that in their normal lives as well. Like
Absolutely.
outside of, reptiles, they're just high value people.
Right.
And we appreciate them and everything that they, stand for.
Absolutely. And one of them, or a couple of the things they stand for, is putting that stamp, that exclamation point on creating the things that they want to create within their collection. If they aren't able to go out there and buy it, they're willing to take the steps to create it in-house. So that's really cool as well.
Yep. Just salt of the earth people. They also deeply care about the community and the betterment of all individuals within that community.
One of the biggest questions at the last NARBC Tinley show from customers and potential customers, as far as what people were looking for, were cappuccinos, believe it or not. After such a long run of a lot of mixed reviews and bad publicity for the super form, there's still a lot of people that's dabbling in cappuccinos, which they should be, because it's a very fun and interesting gene.
It's like any other gene. It has its pros, it has its cons, and obviously the con is the super form is not a viable offspring. But if we all do remember that lily white, the super form of lily whites, is fatal. So you have to take into account, what can it add to your program? How can you utilize different genes to create different things that push us forward instead of hold us back?
Absolutely. And we've already been working with cappuccino for a while. We jumped into it pretty fresh after, it was discovered, uncovered, and imported a few. So we have quite a bit of cappuccino in our collection, but we wanted to add some new blood.
Some flavors, some different stuff to our line. And who better to pick an animal up from than our wonderful friends, Jordan and Gabby.
Right.
So without further ado, let's show them what we got.
Are you guys needing some assistance with your Crested Gecko breeding programs? Well, check out our Patreon. We've been running it here now for pretty much close to 2 years. Everyone's been extremely excited. We keep adding new perks every time you guys turn around. We give away Xanthics, we give away high whites, we give away lily whites. We actually upgraded this year to we're giving away over 12 geckos every single year. That averages out to at least a gecko a month, and we've been doing over that. So you are not going to want to miss becoming a part of the Flawless Crested Geckos Patreon family. There's 2 tiers. There's a $50 tier and there's a $100 tier. You get all your funds back in the form of Flawless Crested Gecko savings account. You can take advantage of having 5% additional off by being a Patreon member, as well as having year-round free shipping. You guys are not going to want to miss this, so go head over to patreon.com/Flawless Crested Geckos.
And bam, there this little duty is. Check him out. So what really kind of drew me to him in the first place is I really, really love his white on his sides. That is a very thick area of white that a lot of times you know, for us, because we really primarily dealt in like the tiger, orange, phantom,
some of the darker
some
stuff.
of the darker stuff that we haven't had. So picking him up, you can see his little legs, the outline of his legs, his gorgeous little tail, and then his sidewall patterns have that white, not to mention his dorsal area.
Almost gives a reverse pixelation on his dorsal.
Well, his dorsal area. But if you look, his dorsal area also has that white in it. So it like Will was saying, it's pixelation in that dorsal area. So that was like a huge win for us as far as establishing, you know, that tricolor into our cappuccino line, because, you know, he's gonna join the ranks of all of our caps that are currently breeding now. He is sitting at about 29 grams, so he won't make it this year, but he is definitely set up for next year.
And to add to it, he's also 100% het for Exantic.
Yes.
So really cool coloration.
That is like an awesome thing. His parents are Venti and Lumen from Jordan and Gabby from Ruby Reptiles, and he was born the very end of 2023. So he is perfect. This is perfect timing for next season.
And really love the highlight and fringing around the rear legs. Mm-hmm. It's really cool to see the white.
Absolutely. I don't know if you guys can actually see from the video, but the dorsal area and his head actually has somewhat of a peach coloring to it, which is really cool, because we feel like that will really, you know, bolster our already orange and tiger influence in our caps.
Yeah, this one specifically has a few Dalmatian spots, about probably 3 or 4, but we never shy away from that. We can take that into several different directions, whether we want to add some nice dark ladies to them, or some nice tiger ladies to them, or maybe even go and add some nice coverage Dalmatian ladies to them. We can go in so many different directions.
Who knows what we'll do, especially with him being 100% Exanthic.
So there you have it, you guys. You see what the pickup was for Flawless. You know, see what happens when Audra gets from behind the booth and starts venturing around. She comes back bearing gifts.
Yes. And if you haven't checked out the video from earlier this week, Tuesday, I actually
had more gifts.
Like, you want me out from behind the table. That's for sure.
That's when she's going to go spend some money. She's like, look what I got. Look what I got. Check this out.
That's why y'all don't see me get out from behind the table very much. I do not. Do I?
No.
I really don't get out a lot, which we can't really go a lot. I'll look around and here he has disappeared. He goes and runs his trap. I go and spend the money.
Well, a lot of people come wanting to talk to us and wanting to pick our brains, and we talk with everyone. People that are in the industry, people are interested in getting into the industry or the hobby. It could be a pet keeper, it could be a breeder, it doesn't matter. We try to make sure that we're available to converse with any and everyone. That's one of our biggest things that we're focused on when we're vending any show or attending a show. We actually just saw, we're going to try to see if we can maybe venture off and visit that show, but we have a show in town, a Show Me Snakes show that's a one day show.
One day show, yeah.
That out of nowhere came in our feed. So we may pop in there and go see what that's all about as well.
Yeah, might as well.
But that's pretty much it. It's Flawless, Crested, Geckos, Will, Audra, and we are out.
Bye.